Developing story this morning, police are removing demonstrators who are set to hold a picket outside the Zimbabwean embassy in Pretoria. The Not In My Name group has gathered there this morning to highlight recent reports of human rights abuse in Zimbabwe. Human rights organizations are accusing government of using COVID-19 to quash opposition, and there are growing calls for South Africa to intervene. Our colleague, that's ENC reporter Kaya Kumalo, is on the ground following that story in Pretoria, Botswana, the capital city. Kaya, good morning. What's happening?
Well, so currently, just a short while ago, the police removed the demonstrators. So where we are, we're just moving away from the embassy because the police, they are under the impression that the demonstrators ought not to be here. But the message is very clear for South Africa to be really just be involved in the situation in Zimbabwe, given the fact that we are the AU chair. But apart from that, we cannot be spectators when we know exactly what's happening in Zimbabwe in light of the violation of the human rights. So I'm going to try and talk to some of the demonstrators who are here. So, sir, I'm just going to start with you. Yeah. Tell me exactly why you're here today.
My name is Mthokozi Smukwena. I represent the ZAPU Youth Fund, the RSA province. I came here to demonstrate literally to show that enough is enough. Ngathangizwakali kahle into le kufuze ngitsho ngesindebele ukuthi sikhathele into enzakala le for migugu wundi still is happening today. More than 30,000 people, our elders, our forefathers were killed in Zimbabwe. You see, we were born in South Africa. Must we have kids again here in South Africa so that we can't go back there? Sikhathele into enzakalayo manje babula abafowethu bayalanjiswa sikhathele ukuthumela abogogo impuphu le sikhathele ile cabinet engasebenziyo. A wise man once said umuntu ophezulu onepower if akana ama ideas angazeni ukuthi enzeni akachifte kungene ophansi onama ideas nofuna oyazi ukuthi ufuna ukwenzani. Sikhathele into enzakalayo le. We came here to say enough is enough, but amaphoyisa manje sibasidubula manje ukuthi sidudulelwane sibalekele kwamakhelwane nayo yasishaya asazi or the president uprotector umngane wakhe okwenzakalayo.
All right, let's also bring the Not In My Name as well. So Themba, what on earth is going on? The police are removing you guys here. How do you feel about that?
And after they had given us permission, we spoke to Captain Mavimbela yesterday. We showed him the proof of the permission that we have been granted. And Captain Mavimbela this morning is changing the entire story, saying nothing like that happened. He's not a man of his word. And then these people are supposed to be our fathers and our mothers. They know the struggle that is happening in Zimbabwe. They know the struggle which we as a country come out of from. And then now they are here wanting now to push the same force and murderous apartheid regime-like system upon us, their own children, even in this side. We are standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters on the ground in Zimbabwe because atrocities of human rights keep happening. We cannot sit still and just look at that happening and not say anything about it. And we are calling on the world to understand and know that as much as we stood with George Floyd and say Black Lives Matter, we are saying Zimbabwean lives also matter. And then the president needs to make sure that he tells this one who is here to go back home until the people of Zimbabwe are treated with the same dignity and respect that he is afforded here in South Africa. And for our own police to want to now come and shoot at us and kill us for standing up for a matter of human right is really stings of a political ploy that is coming from above, which we don't know why they are being bought to come and even kill their own children. It's completely wrong.
And what do you make of President Ramaphosa's envoys? So two envoys, former National Assembly Speaker Baleka Mbete and former Minister Mufamadi are going to be the envoys looking at the issue in Zimbabwe. Do you think that's a good step?
Well, it is a step. And we are saying that they must come back with results. They mustn't go and sit there in hotels and party together and talk about the good old days of the struggle and not address issues of journalists going missing, of activists going missing on a daily basis, mothers being beaten with knobkiris in the street. They must address those issues to say that we cannot afford that our people are beaten just for having a different voice from what they are having. In fact, what he should be doing is saying the envoy must push to make sure that there are early elections in Zimbabwe again so that the people's choice can be proven out.
All right, thank you so much. Just to bring us, sir, why are you here today?
I'm here as a Zimbabwean citizen and I came to South Africa to study. And now I've completed my qualification. I'm actually doing my second qualification. I can't go get a job here in South Africa because of the high employment rate that is here. And then I can't go back to Zimbabwe because there's no money to pay me and there's actually no work. So that is why I'm here today, to raise my concerns as a Zimbabwean citizen, to say that I want my Zimbabwe back. I want this city to afford me that opportunity to get me employment and everything. That's why I'm here.
All right, thank you so much for your time. So, as you can see, now the police, they're getting involved. So they're removing the protesters. And obviously there's a bit of a skirmish. There's a great deal of misunderstanding. So the police have been telling the picketers to move away from the embassy. So now we're heading to the other end. But of course, there seems to be a very intense agreement between the police and the members of #NotInMyName. So the picketers are really remaining steadfast. And perhaps if you may just give it a bit of a try to listen exactly what's the argument.
That one you address it. The day
You can't give permission and tomorrow I change.
No. Just let's go.
So there you go. The police are very steadfast. They're telling the demonstrators to move away from the embassy. Of course, they're saying South Africa should be so involved in Zimbabwe, especially because whenever Zimbabwe is facing issues, South Africa always gets affected. And we know last night there was an announcement that the president has appointed 2 envoys, the former minister Mufamadi and, of course, the former National Assembly Speaker. Perhaps I'm just going to step out of the shot, really just to give you a sense of what is currently happening. So it's a very intense argument, once again, between the members of #NotInMyName and, of course, the police. So the police's statement is very clear that any gathering more than 50 people is against the COVID-19 regulations. But, of course, there appears to be a confusing report because the protesters are saying they got the permit. So hence they were able to come through here. But the police, they're really not buying that.
From the Zimbabwean embassy, as the police are trying to get those demonstrators to move, they claim they have a permit, but the police say no, it's not the case. They must leave the area.